want to talk to you today about Ontario Northland and the role we can play in the future of the North as mines develop and some of the other industries in the area develop associated to the mines. A little bit about Ontario Northland's history, safer and reliable transportation method. Our service is sustainable. We have been here for over 120 years. We're going to be here for a long time. We are, in fact, an agency of the Ministry of Transportation of Ontario. We also have a long history and great relationships with many of the northern communities and a lot of the northern businesses. Ontario Northland, a company, we are 850 plus employees, and we continue to grow, and we continue to seek additional employees throughout the north. We historically ship in excess of 40,000 rail cars a year. Rail car translates roughly to 2.5 trucks per rail car due to the tonnage we can haul with each car. We are one of the safest methods of delivering dangerous goods long distances. And also we are a green transportation provider, second only to marine for low GHG emissions. We will get into some details shortly, but we believe we're the economic choice for transportation in the north. This is an example of the rail network in North America. So when you deal with Ontario Northland, it gives you access to the North American rail industry. Also gives you access to the ports for international, whether it be export or import, we can access that. We also have access to the rail car supply throughout this network, which is important as we, again, you deal with us, we will deal with the other roads, and we'll make sure your shipment can get to any destination. We see a lot of the mining, particularly. We go from the mine site to the processing facility. A lot of it's within our network. This is our network, and you'll see within this network we do have connections to Canadian National at Hearst, Rouyn-Noranda and North Bay, and also at North Bay we can connect with Canadian Pacific via Genesee and Wyoming Railway, and those that gives you access to all of Canada and all of North America through those connections. So one of the questions we often get from people is they're not on rail, so they don't believe they can use the rail. That's not a problem at all. We have programs, first and last mile with partnerships with trucking industries. We can also look at perhaps some infrastructure improvements to give access to rail. This example here in this photo is a picture of our transload facility in Earlton. Earlton, we opened the facility a few years back. We've been attracting agriculture from Northern Ontario. And just as an example, as we built this, there's potential for 2,400 rail car loads a year out of Northern Ontario from agriculture, which is quite surprising until you sit down and talk to the agriculture people, and then they educate you. So as we look at the opportunity for future transloads, we look at what we can transload. Transloads give us access to fuels, aggregate, forestry, agriculture, and any other product that we would need to set up a location to either deliver or receive product to and from. Ontario Northland, we're customer-centric. We are a short line. We provide short line service. And within the rail industry, those of you who've dealt with the railways in the past will appreciate the short line service you get. We're very focused on the customer, their needs, and making sure that any challenges that come up, we address immediately. We have the ability to adjust to capacity volumes. We are adaptable. Again, we have access to additional rail cars through the North American rail industry. And there's car owners that have cars available as need be. Trains are far more adaptable to adding volume to than other transportation methods. We can haul a variety of goods, and what we're seeing now, as we've seen in a couple of other presentations earlier, the industry is very innovative, looking for new methods, and the rail industry is no different. There are a lot of traditional methods in the railway, but we've seen, particularly in mining and other bulk commodities, there's a lot of innovation going out there in other countries and in North America to get product moving, loaded and offloaded, particularly to reduce the cycle time of rail cars. So that's ongoing, and these are the conversations we're looking to have as we deal with new customers. This is an example of another one of our transloads. This example here, we are moving grinding material for the mines. Also, again, the transloads offer services for fuel, aggregates, agriculture goods, heavy equipment. We have locations where we can load and offload heavy equipment. And we have the partnership with the other railways also give us access to bringing heavy equipment in from all over North America. So we get into the looking at today. We can handle any adjustments in our request for moving goods, but we'd like to talk a little bit about large projects. And when we look at large projects, we like to have that conversation 2 to 3 years ahead, like most planning phases with a major development. The reason why we want to talk this early in the process is we're looking at accessibility to rail. Do we need additional infrastructure? Are there other options to look at? Do we need to have a trucking phase, perhaps? We want to talk volumes. We want to make sure that if we're going to be your transportation provider, we have sufficient rail cars available for you. We have sufficient locomotives available. We have sufficient resources, crews, staffing. All of that is available at the time that your project starts. We want to look at the type of product which affects the rail car. We want to look at the destination. Perhaps we have to get a partnership with another railway to deliver the goods. And all of these are in the early conversations. And again, we're looking at a lot of innovation in the industry. There's a lot of examples across North America where a lot of bulk commodities are being handled efficiently, and a lot of that translates to cost and cost control. Transportation can be looking down the road operationally one of your biggest costs, and if we're in the conversation early, we can help you and control those costs, provide you a consistent, reliable schedule. We do not see the challenges other transportation sources have, particularly in the winter months. If there's highway issues, that does not affect us. We haven't been delayed in Ontario Northland specifically. We haven't been delayed in years for any snow issues. It's not something that generally speaking we have seen as a challenge. We have the equipment to handle that. So year round, we'll provide you with consistent service. And again, we'll have the conversation about your ongoing transportation costs as your project begins and gets operational, and we get into the growth phase, and we can introduce more rail equipment and better and improve service as you grow those volumes. I think you'll be very surprised with the railway. We do have a lot of work ahead of us getting our message out. Particularly in the north, that we could be your transportation source. So you get an opportunity to come see us. We've got a booth on the floor. we'll be here the rest of the day, and we've got some contact information. You can reach out to anybody on my team. We'll have a meeting with you. We'll have a conversation. We'll start the process and see what we can provide you with. So thank you, and any questions?